Hey everyone, today is a masterclass in movie magic. Two-time Oscar-nominated makeup effects artist Vittorio Sodano, the genius behind Apocalypto and Divo, joins us on the Gilbert K Show. From sculpting in London at 16 to transforming cinema's biggest icons, this is one you don't want to miss. Let's welcome Vittorio Sodano.
Hey, Vittorio, how are you today? Pleasure to have you on the show.
The pleasure is all mine. Thanks. Thanks for inviting me.
No problem. Let's dive into our first segment. We're going to be discussing early life and inspirations. You were only 16 years old in London when you began your career as a makeup artist. What sparked your passion for makeup and special effects such a young age? And how did the teenager from Naples find himself working in a London FX studio?
You you pushing me back a very long time ago. Thank you. Thank you, Gilbert. Uh, I, I don't know. I don't know. Everything that happened in my life happened because the destiny. I think I
Mhm.
really didn't want to do something. Just happened.
Yeah.
And when I found something that I liked, I said, "Okay, this can be my life." But I was 16 years old. I didn't know that if it was really the road for my future. I didn't know. Fortunately, it was my road.
Yeah.
But of course, I started with very little things, and in London, the expenses were high, very high. So what I done there was the basic because I was doing prosthetics with this product which is called latex. So my colleagues know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Uh, and I wasn't really satisfied. I started to find things that I didn't like, and I started to think that I could change the world.
Yeah.
That's my mind, crazy mind.
Yeah.
But yes,
So at 16 years old, you didn't have any training or anything. You just,
look, let's start to say that to everybody that I'm self-taught. I never had a teacher. I never had nothing. No
yeah,
one told me to do things and how to do them. Never.
yeah. So you're
No,
watching films and try to do them on a sculpture or,
everything.
yeah,
From the basic till now the big things that I've done. But I don't like to say they are big things. I did very little things.
yeah. Well, that's
And
how you started.
when you say about my films, thank you, but I call my films short movies.
Yeah.
I always say I've done some short movies
You're very
because
humble. Very humble.
no, because I'm humble, because this is the life. I mean,
Yeah.
we've got to be honest always.
Yeah. Okay. And who were your biggest inspirations or mentors when you were first learning the craft? Did you have favorite films, monsters, or makeup artists that fueled your imagination and made you say, I want to do that someday?
Of course, I had the dream characters. Especially the big makeup and special effects designers like Rick Baker and many others. Dick Smith, the father. Rick is for me my myth. Is my myth.
Mhm.
And beautiful thing. Well, that this is when I said that I just waited and things came to me. Because in my first Oscar nomination, Apocalypto by Mel Gibson, I was there at the makeup symposium. At the end of the day, I saw Rick Baker coming to me with a fund like this, saying, "You are my first choice. You are my first." But I was sure that he wasn't talking to me. I
Yeah.
mean, it was impossible. Rick Baker was coming to me. So I turned to see who was there,
Yeah.
and, and no one was in the room. I was the only one. So I understood that he was coming to me. When he came face to face to me, I couldn't stay in that position. I had to go on my knees and started to say, "Oh my God, Mr. Baker, Mr. Baker." And he said, "No, no, call me Rick." I said, "No, no, I will call you always Mr. Baker." I
Yeah.
cannot. You, it's like a
Yeah.
God talks to me. Come on.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, Rick Baker, Matthew Mangle. There are many, many. They are so talented, so And I started watching, reading this newspaper that for sure you know called
Yeah.
Fangoria. Fangoria.
Oh, yeah, 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 yeah.
But in Italy was very difficult to find. Very, very difficult. So I had only two with this beautiful makeup behind the scenes about Hellraiser and The Exorcist of Dick Smith.
Yeah.
I was watching them, reading them, reading. I mean, I consumed the pages
Yeah.
for the time that I had in my hands.
Yeah.
And from there, I said, one day I want to do it.
Yeah.
And now I'll do it.
That's
How? I
amazing.
don't know. Now, how? I don't know. But I do it.
That's
And especially
amazing.
teaching these things.
Yeah.
Then we will speak about teaching. Okay,
Yeah.
go ahead.
So your film debut in 1996 on Prima C'è il tramonto,
Prima,
Before the Sunset,
no,
even earned you.
prima che il tramonto.
Oh, Prima del Tramonto. Okay.
Prima del tramonto, yes.
Prima del Tramonto. Even you earned you a makeup effects award at the Locarno Film Festival when you were just in your early 20s. How did it feel to achieve such recognition on a very first movie? And how did that experience influence your confidence and career going forward?
Look, first of all, I got many awards in my life, but I think the awards don't mean nothing.
Mhm.
What is important is that your name is on that movie, and that name and that movie will live forever. So awards don't mean nothing. But it was my first movie. Prima del Tramonto was my first movie. I was 20 years old guy,
Yeah.
and I didn't know how to do nothing. I remember very well. And when the director asked me about special effects like a big knife to be punched in the hand,
Yeah.
if I knew how to do it, I said, of course, it's my job. And then he asked me for a bullet hole in entry bullet hole. He
Yeah.
said, but I want to see it to go inside. Can you do it? I said, of course. Come on, this is my job.
Yeah.
So he gave me the hand and said, okay, the job is yours. Then I closed the door of the office, and behind the door I started to almost cry. I said, oh, no, I don't know how to do it. So I started to think on how to solve these problems.
Yeah.
From that moment, my life has been always the same: how to solve the problems.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
But
And so
about
working with
the
stars early.
listen,
Sorry.
about the award, there was no an award for special effects, but they loved so much the job that I've done in that movie that they decided to put an award for me.
Oh, wow.
So when they told me this, I was happy, of course.
Of course.
Then
Yeah.
I asked them, and I said, okay, when will you send it to me? They said, no, you have to come over to pick it up. I said, oh, okay. Then I closed the phone call, and I went to see where was Locarno. Locarno
Yeah.
was by Switzerland.
That's true.
For me, it was another world. I said, how can I get there? I don't have money. I never went out from Naples. So, and I never went to ticket.
Oh, you didn't
Never.
pick it up.
No.
Yeah.
Who
Wow.
cares?
You can call them now, maybe.
No. Because I really don't care about awards. I
Yeah.
don't care.
So it was the first time they do that, right? Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, but really, believe me, Gilbert, I didn't know how to do things.
Yeah. No, I believe
did
you.
them. I don't know why, how I did it. I don't know, but I did it.
You're a very humble person. Very
No, but
humble.
it's no. This is not fake humble. No. It's really I didn't know how to do those things. I just did them because I have a big mind, and
Yeah.
I think how to how I can do. Probably because I'm Italian. In Italy, everywhere I turn, there's art everywhere.
Yeah.
So I always say, if Michelangelo could sculpt this at the age of 16 years old,
Yeah.
I'm not Michelangelo, but at 20 I can do smaller things.
Yeah.
For maybe, I don't know. I always try and see.
So do you work more under pressure than
No.
you're more creative under pressure, or no?
No.
No.
pressure, normal life for me is the same. The
Damn. Okay.
pressure is only mine.
Yeah.
I put pressure on myself. I don't sleep in the night thinking how to solve a problem the day
Yeah,
after.
make it good. Yeah.
Sometimes dreams. I always say these are dreams that I can see the future.
Yeah.
I told you, I'm a crazy guy. I'm a
Yeah,
crazy
yeah.
guy,
You're
for sure.
creative, very creative person. Okay, great. So early in your career, you became the personal makeup artist for legendary Italian actresses like Margherita Bai,
No,
Laura
no.
Morante.
Laura Morante, yes. Margherita Bui. In Italy is
Bui.
Bui. But it's in
Margherita
other
Bui, Laura Morante, Maria Angela Melato, and Valeria Golino.
yeah, fantastic actresses.
What does it mean to be a personal makeup artist for a star?
Terrible, 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 terrible,
Can you
terrible.
share a memorable experience or lessons?
Okay. Of course, I started with Margherita Bai in America. Uh, she is a hypochondriac woman, actress. I mean, say, oh, who is that? Oh, like this. But she's very talented. She
Yeah.
she she had so many Italian Oscars. Davide Donatello, like I don't know, like 20 or 23, something like this. She's very very recognized actress, and this I met her because she was judge in the Locarno Film Festival.
Mhm.
So she remembered me, and she said, "Okay, I'm going to take Vittorio." And since that movie, we did the other movies together. She wanted me as a personal makeup artist.
Yeah.
To be personal is like you cut your creativity because you
Yeah.
take care only of one actress. She has to be beautiful, or sometimes not beautiful, ugly because of maybe
Yeah, depends on the role.
face.
Yeah.
Uh, but then I decided that I didn't want to be anymore a personal.
Mhm.
I said I can give more and more. Then I
Yeah.
started to do my career with other directors, other projects where I could chief a big department with a lot of makeup artists.
Mhm. That's great. Um, okay, we're gonna take a break and we're gonna play a game, this or that.
Okay.
And in this game, you will need to choose one or two options as quickly as possible. It's a rapid fire game. Are you ready, Vittorio? Yes.
I was born ready.
Okay, prosthetic makeup or CGI effects?
Prosthetic makeup forever. I have to be fast. My answer was fast.
Historical drama or sci-fi fantasy?
Historical.
Apocalypto or Il Divo?
Apocalypto forever.
Working
Also
on
il Divo.
set?
Also il
Yeah.
Divo, but Apocalypto. Come on. Apocalypto is Apocalypto.
Working on set or working in the lab?
Both. I start in the lab, and
Yeah.
sometimes I finished already the movie. I would like to start the new one. But I always say a good preparation, the film will go smooth.
Yeah. Early morning calls or late night shoots?
I prefer early morning walks.
Italian cinema or Hollywood blockbusters?
World of blockbusters. Sometimes the Indian movies are better than American, and it's or
Bollywood. Yeah.
Hollywood is fantastic.
Red carpet glam or gruesome gore effects?
Can I say both?
Yeah, you can say both.
Both.
Teaching students or designing new characters?
Teaching students and teaching the students how to design characters.
Yeah. Planning every detail or improvising on the fly?
Every detail planning. I'm a Virgo. I cannot live without planning everything. And if somebody change my plans, drive me crazy.
Okay, we're going to move on to the next segment, career highlights, challenges, and artistry. One of your most notable projects was Mel Gibson's Apocalypto. How did you get involved with that film, and what were the biggest challenges in creating the ancient Mayan look for the cast?
Okay, how did I get the job? The question was this: how did I get the job? It's been easy, but like always, I've been lucky. I was in the right place in the right moment because I had done the movie Black Dahlia by Brian De Palma, and I was in charge of doing the corpse of the victim, Dahlia. Terrible corpse. She was. They found her cut in two pieces,
Hmm.
and without one tits, the right tits, and the other one on the side was going to do
Hmm.
something, and he didn't do it. This is a serial killer, and Brian De Palma in that movie really loved my job because okay, I was called to do the corpse only for a picture, black and white picture, you know,
Okay.
a CSI corpse.
Yeah.
But he loved so much that he put the first scene of the movie with my dummy.
Yeah.
But he wasn't supposed to.
Mhm.
In fact, at the end of the movie, he wrote me a letter saying, I thank you, Mr. Vittorio Sodano, because it's the first time in my long life as a director of movies that I can do a close up of a dummy for the realism of it.
Yeah.
So now, Brian De Palma is Mel Gibson is very close friend of Brian De Palma. So Mel knows that he normally shoots in East Europe. So he called him and said, I need a makeup artist, young, fast, and with a lot of spirit of art. He said, look, take Vittorio. You're going to find well. In fact, I went to meet Mel. He started to speak about the big movie,
Yeah.
all the aspects of the film. And he said to me, are you going to be capable to do this? Now, what do you answer to Mel Gibson? I'm Italian, so in that moment I immediately imagined if I say yes, I want to be the
Cocky.
best.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
If I say no, he will kick me out. I did it in Italian way. I answered, hmm, hmm, like this. Now you understand what is the answer. It was okay. Let's try. Show me one man and one female of every single character of the
Yeah.
group because I have to do a show and tell. And I did it, and he loved it. So
That's
at the end
amazing.
of the day, he wanted to see every single detail. You know, the pictures of when
Yeah.
they arrest the people. Frontal picture, then side, then the other side, and then the back, the same.
Yeah.
Now, uh, shift your hands, turn your hands, almost
Yeah.
like this. At the end of after half an hour of checking every single detail, he turned and did this. Since that moment, he said, "It's your job.
Yeah.
You have
So
to do it."
Victoria, your process is to you draw that stuff, right? You use
No, no,
computers? No.
I'm a terrible, terrible drawer. But
So
I can
sculpture? What do you do? What do you
direct
sculpt?
a sculpt, sculpt.
Oh wow. That's amazing.
But in Apocalypto, because I knew how Mel was, I wanted to have a concept designer. So
Mm.
talking with some friends, some colleagues that I brought from Italy, said I need a concept designer, and he said, "Look, I have this big friend of mine. He lives in Tenerife, Canary Island, but he's very good with computer and designing computer." And so we called him, and he did a very good job because I knew that Mel wanted to see before
Yeah,
everything,
yeah, of course. Yeah.
and
That's amazing.
I couldn't do the drawing of the pork, of the house, or the tree.
Yeah, yeah.
The
How
character.
long did it take you to design all that stuff
Look,
for the
first of
film?
all, okay, for Apocalypto, first of all, I signed a contract for 3 months.
Okay.
But from the first moment we started the movie, no prep, never.
Wow.
We didn't- So it was a work in progress.
Yeah. Trying to figure out what's the requirement. And
And it lasted 1 year and a half.
wow, that's a long.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's why I said the Apocalypto is the film of my life. I bought a home. Thanks,
Yeah,
like this. Then I sold it and I bought another one. Now I'm in America. I always say thanks, Mel Gibson, because it's always the same money. Just put in a different way, but the money always are those ones.
that's amazing. That's amazing. So, next one is if transforming El Divo. In Paolo Sorrentino El Divo, you transformed actor Tony Servillo into
Cirillo,
former Prime Minister Giulio Andreotti,
yes.
complete with droopy jaws and those pronounced goblin ears, which earned you another Oscar nomination. What was your approach to designing and applying this prosthetic makeup each day to turn a recognizable actor in such an iconic figure?
Okay. Let's say first of all that Paolo Sorrentino, the director, and me are both Neapolitans. We are both Neapolitans. We come from Naples. So he called me first of all because he knew who I was, and
Mhm.
also because I was Neapolitan like him. So he said, I went to the appointment, and he was there, and also Tony Servillo was there. And this is not nice. I mean, if you have to speak with me about the character of Andreotti, not supposed to be the actor.
Yeah,
So he started to say, look, you have to do, you gotta make me, Tony Servillo, look him exactly the same.
hmm
I watched Tony Servillo, I watched the picture of Andreotti, I said, it's impossible. I said, why is impossible? I'm calling you because you are the magician, and now it's impossible. I said, yes, it is impossible. I said, Vittorio, come on. I want this exactly the same. I said, Paolo, it's impossible. I was trying to not to be,
yeah.
rude in front of the actor. Then I
Yeah.
said, look, watch Andreotti, Giulio Andreotti, his ears. Where does he have the ears? They are not in a normal place. They are on the neck. What am I supposed to do? Cut Tony Servillo's ears and put them on the neck? And Tony said, no, you don't have to touch my ears. No, cut nothing. I said, of course, I'm not going to cut nothing. I said, you know what, Paolo? I don't know if now you will understand me, but if you are a cinema lover, for sure you have watched the Queen with Helen Mirren. If you see the movie, Helen Mirren played so good the role of the Queen that she was the Queen, but she was not the Queen. She was
Yeah.
always Helen Mirren, made up like the Queen, and then the talent of the character made
Came
her
through.
the
Yeah.
Queen. So I said, this is what I'm going to do with Tony Servillo to be Andreotti. And here we have a fantastic actor that for sure will know this is inverse psychology, you know?
Mhm.
Of course, because I touched something of Tony. Of course, he feels it. He is a great actor. So I said, he is so great that he will do it. He
Yeah.
said, of course, this is my job. I will do it. I said, yes, I'm only helping him to be Giulio
Yeah.
Andreotti. And we did it.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
But
Um,
this is something very important. The day before shooting, I saw something that I didn't like of Paolo Sorrentino screaming to the costume designer, saying, "Oh, you don't value nothing, bad things." And I said, "Look, Paolo, she's a lady and she's a fantastic professionist. Why are you treating her like this? You shut up. You shut up." I said, "Fuck you. You know what? Fuck you." Then I went back on my trailer. There was my assistant, and I had prepared all the prosthetics for the movie because he
yeah.
had prosthetics. I said to my assistant, "Throw all this away." I said, "Vittorio, what are you talking about? These are prosthetics for the film. Throw them away." Because I thought it. When I saw that scene, I said, I am with a hammer, I'm going to push the hammer on my feet because this director is crazy. Tony
Yeah.
Servillo is a theater actor. You know,
Okay.
every day he was, oh, hey, now play the Hamlet. I was like,
Yeah,
but
yeah, yeah.
this is something that won't work out. So I decided in that moment that without prosthetics, because I thought if one prosthetic falls during the scene and I need 2 hours to replace it,
Yeah.
the director will shout to me, he will become a beast. So I said,
Yeah.
no, 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 I don't want to have these kind of problems. So I said to my assistant, follow me. She said, where do we have to go? I said, no, just follow me. Do what I do. Because I want to be faster. I don't
Yeah.
want to stay there 7 hours. No. In fact, the makeup lasted 2 hours every morning. Only 2 hours.
Wow.
And I built it, the same prosthetics, I built it on his face.
Wow.
For
That's
sure,
amazing.
would have been much better, even if he had to sweat or many things. And in fact, it worked out.
That's great. Um, Oscar nods and impact. We talked a little bit about that, but you're now being nominated for the Academy Award twice for Apocalypto in 2006 and El Divo in 2010. Take us back to those moments. How did you find out about your Oscar nomination, and what did that recognition mean to you personally? Um, I think you touched on that, but you want to add anything?
Honored, for sure, honored.
Yeah.
Still now, I've been blessed. I've been lucky. I always say, but I was in the right moment, in the right place.
Right time. Yeah. Yeah.
I've been lucky. This is not talent, it's luck.
Luck. Out of all the films and projects you worked on, what has been the most challenging makeup effect or project for you so far?
Look, in Apocalypto, I started to invent products. Before that moment, I didn't have my personal company for special effects products. But on that movie, I had to invent products because all over the world were not the products that I needed. Even the American products are good, I cannot say nothing against, but the color are too much pinky. I'm Italian, for sure. I don't have pink in my skin, for sure not. I'm on olive based. So, and the problem of that movie was that I had to invent products that looked the same, but supposed to be chemically different. I mean, the same colors had to be waterproof or water washable.
Yeah.
It depended in the scenes if there was rain or normal water, or like in the river, in the falls. So in that scene, the colors had to go away. But during the speed of the film, everything had to be also for continuity. And then
Yeah.
we were shooting in the jungle with terrible animals. I was scared. I didn't want to go, No, I was, and thank God I had also the bottega, the workhouse, with
Yeah.
400 makeup artists working on prosthetics and stuff for scenes and reproducing stuff. So I could stay a little bit on set and then go back on Bottega to supervise the guys. But yes, nominations are beautiful. And
Um,
after that, they recognized me to be a member of the academy, and now I am a member of the academy.
that's great.
Since 2016. Good,
Wow.
huh?
That's amazing. Um, so when you're tasked with designing a character makeup from scratch, what's your creative process like? Since you started as a sculptor, prosthetics expert, you begin by sketching, sculpting. I think you already answer the question. Or sculpting, they look in advance. So you said sculpting.
Yeah.
Do you do any research, historical references?
Everything. The problem for Apocalypto, there was nothing about Mayans. In
Yeah.
fact, everything that I made in that movie is my point of view. Because I said to Mel, look, I've been in a museum, I've been there, I've been inside the pyramids, and I didn't find nothing that could help me. So he said, and now, how are you going to do it? I said, because there's a detail. What? The detail is that these Mayans loved the hieroglyphics. Everywhere there were hieroglyphics, outside the pyramids and inside. It means that it was something very important for them. So I think I'm going to use these hieroglyphics to make tattoos and scarifications, said Vittorio. Good idea. Go ahead. This is what I've done.
That's amazing. From artist to teacher, in addition to film work, you've also started teaching the craft. I know you've conducted workshops and even opened the Vittorio Sodano Studio Academy in LA to train new makeup artists. What inspired you to begin teaching and sharing your techniques with the next generation?
This is a fantastic question. I love because, as I said, I am a self-taught. Gilbert, where I come from, is anyway a little country. There was nothing. And at the age of 18 years old, it was my birthday.
Yeah.
On my 18th birthday, I made a school bag with 2 jeans, 2 t-shirts, and I went to Rome to find my road. But in that moment, I thought that I was going to die because I didn't have money, I didn't have nothing. So, teaching, I always loved the idea to have a teacher to ask, please, can you solve me this problem? But I never had it. So I had to solve everything, I had to build and solve everything just by myself. But growing up, watching the world, I saw academies, I saw courses, expensive, and the programs were something that I said, this is a way only to steal money. And I'm against, because I'm an honest man. I come from a very honest family, so steal money is the worst thing in the world. Especially to some children that also have money problems and they ask their parents to make sacrifice because they have a dream.
Yeah.
So this is the first reason that I started to teach. And to teach what? Everything that I know. That it can be little, but for sure is life teaching. Because in this period, I had to grow up. Since I was 18 years old, I had to grow up, for sure. I couldn't be the 18-year boy. I had to be older. And when I teach, I love it. Because I see also in the eyes of my students the satisfaction that they did it with their hands. And I always push them and say, look, why you have to buy the prosthetics, spend money for something that is not even so good, but instead of doing it yourself. And what you've done is on the big screen and will be forever. That makeup will be forever. They say, oh, you were right, Mr. Master Sodano, Master Vittorio.
That's amazing.
So, I love teaching. Yes.
Yeah.
And for sure, I'm never so expensive. Of course, materials have
Expensive. Yeah.
I don't want to lose money because I have to teach. But for sure, are less expensive than all these academies that really ask us a bunch of money. Like the the guys that have to go to the university here, they spend, I don't know, with that money I can buy three homes.
I know.
Normal price, normal price.
Yeah, yeah. So working on film sets can lead to some crazy stories. It's one of them you mentioned before. Do you have a favorite behind the scenes anecdote from your career that stands out? Maybe a funny mishap with prosthetics.
Absolutely. No. Well, look, about the job always went very fluently, everything. No, let's go back to Apocalypto, about Mel Gibson. Mel
Yeah,
Gibson is a genius. I love him. I love him. For me, he's a teacher, he's a father, he's an uncle, he's a grandfather, he's everything. And he's a master, a real master. But he's a strange guy because after the first 2 weeks I was in Ciudad de Mexico, capital city, Mexico capital city. Around 3 o'clock in the morning, I received a call from his assistant saying, Vittorio, stand up because in our car will come and pick you up because Mel wants to see you. So what happened? 3 o'clock in the morning. My God, I was scared. Then I went. They brought me in a hangar where it was his private jet. And I had to go on his private jet. He was there, totally woke up, full of energy, drinking, eating. I said, Vittorio, sit. You want to drink something? I said, no, I don't want nothing. I would like to sleep, but I didn't tell you. Then I said, why? What happened? No, Vittorio, I made you come here because I made a dream. I said, what? Yeah, I made a dream. I said, a dream of what? About the movie. I said, yeah. And what was in the dream? No, I saw how to kill Middle Eye. Middle Eye is one of the characters.
yeah,
I said, okay. And so the dream, yeah, with the axe, I like to cut his head and I want to see the blood flowing like this.
Yeah.
Is it possible? I said, yes, it is possible. I said, but when? Now. I said, now what? Now I'm here. now that you go on set, you can prepare it. I said, okay, I will do it. This is the first time. Then the second time, another time, again, another dream. The third time, always was another dream, but I didn't let him speak immediately. I said, you know what, Mel? From this moment onward, I'm not gonna call you Mel Gibson anymore. He said, why? I said, no, don't worry. Why? Because all these visions, I'm gonna call you Mel Vision.
Mel Vision.
But please, can you tell me about these dreams in the morning on set? Don't wake me up. I said, look, Mel, I sleep only 3 or 4 hours a night.
Yeah,
If I don't sleep, I cannot work all
I can
day.
function. Yeah,
He said, no, but you are strong. I said, yeah, I'm strong, but the more I do, I'm going to lose my strength. So this is, I think, the funniest fact.
yeah,
Many others, but it's okay.
yeah. That's a
This
great
is
story.
something that really made me, like always, everything made me and built it.
Yeah,
The spirit.
that's great. So we're gonna take a break and we're gonna play a game, true or false. And it's time to test some quirky facts about your life and career. Are you ready, Vittorio?
Like always.
Like always, okay. True or false? Your first makeup experiments were on your friends and family long before you worked on a film set.
Absolutely, yes.
Yes.
Poor,
True or false?
poor mommy. Now,
Oh, your mom. Okay.
of course, our mom is the first victim, no? I killed her, I burned her, I made her up, I did many things on her.
How old did you start? What?
I was like 12 or 15, but it was only for game. I wasn't.
Yeah. But that's how you start. True or false? You have at times drawn inspiration from classic Italian paintings and historical art for your makeup designs.
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah. True or false? On the set of Apocalypto, the heat and humidity were so intense that you had to constantly retouch melting makeup throughout the day.
fake, false,
False.
fake. Yeah. Because
Uh,
I made products that were totally waterproof.
yeah,
Because
you
I
were saying that.
you go
Yeah,
there and retouch with anacondas and giant spiders or terrible stuff.
yeah. True or false? Transforming Tony Servillo into Andreotti for Il Divo required over 4 hours of makeup work each day.
No,
False.
false.
Yeah. True or false? You kept at least one prosthetic or makeup souvenir from a movie you worked on as a memento.
Souvenir?
Yeah, like something you took with you from each film set.
Look, yeah, but I'm so crazy that from Apocalypto, I brought all the live cast of the actors. That the line was editorial, but you know how much we're gonna spend to send all this stuff back to Italy? I said, yeah, Mel Gibson is rich. So I wanted everything, but then I throw everything away.
Yeah.
I could do a museum, and I didn't.
Yeah. Okay, great. We're going to move on to our final segment, reflections, advice, and future outlook. You've been in the industry for a few decades now. In your view, how has the world of movie makeup and special effects changed since you first started? From advances in prosthetic materials and CGI, what's the biggest changes or trends you've witnessed, and how do you stay updated and adaptable as an artist?
Look, the answer is in the first question you made me: makeup or CGI, and I answered makeup.
Yeah.
I'll say again, makeup. So, of course, I cannot deny that there's an evolution, but I've been lucky enough to work with directors that love the art in their films in the same way I do.
Mhm.
So this is very important to find the director that is symphony with your point of view.
Yeah.
And what is terrible is the CGI blood.
Yeah.
I always say, I don't smell the blood. I can see it, but I don't smell it. You say, but you're watching it. You don't have to smell it. It's not true. I smell if I watch. The senses
Yeah.
are all together,
Connected. Yeah.
connected.
Yeah.
So it's a big problem, but we are here.
Yeah.
Until there will be directors like you. You are a director, right?
Yes, I am. Yeah.
So I'm sure that you don't like a lot of CGI.
I like
CGI
a mix, maybe like
sometimes yes, me too. Look,
yeah,
why
you
I
can
want
enhance
to
it.
I want to read the scripts before of talking, because I
Yeah.
always say maybe in the script will appear a dragon. I don't know how to do a dragon, so for sure. So I want to be always sure that I'm capable to do something.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't want to be the Vittorio Sodano of 20 years old when he asked me, "Can you do it?" And I said yes,
Yes.
but it was a lie, a big lie.
That's great. Many of our listeners might be young makeup artists or creative dreaming, following in your footsteps. What advice or tips would you give to aspiring makeup artists and special effects artists who want to break into the film industry today? Are there any key skills they should focus on, or mindsets, or work ethics to develop? Any practical guidance on how to get started and overcome challenges in this field?
Okay, this is something that is against my life, but pro my life.
Okay.
Because I have to suggest to the new ones to study. I wanted to study, but there was no way to study. I didn't have neither money to study. So it's bad for me to say, look, the only way is to study,
Yes.
to
Yeah.
attend a course, because I am the proof that courses sometimes you don't need courses to arrive to be what you want to be.
Hmm.
But I always say one thing to my students. First of all, there's a law. Love the job. Because if you love something, this love always pay you back. Always.
Hmm.
And of course, if they attend a course like mine, for sure one won't finish more poor. They will be richer for what they learned, and they didn't spend a lot of money for
Yeah.
arriving to that point of.
Hmm.
Because if they go in the wrong academies, they don't learn and they spend a lot of money. It's like it's better you don't do that. You don't
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah. So do you recommend for people to get like maybe the basic and then volunteer somewhere to learn as an intern on a
Look,
set or
for
something?
me, I always say something. When I finish a course, I always say, I could teach you, I could put you in a situation to do these things, but what will make you a makeup artist is the experience.
Hmm.
And experience is only on set. Normally, at the end of a course, I always catch the most motivated ones, and I offer them to live a better course that I say, leaving the lab.
Hmm.
And of course, they don't have to pay me, and I don't have to pay them. But they can start in the lab because in the lab arrive always different proposals of doing stuff,
Hmm.
and together we have to solve and how we can do this job.
Hmm. Hmm.
It's the best way of learning, but it's not for all of them.
Yeah.
Never. And of course, I'm not an agency. I'm not gonna. Everybody said, "Oh, why don't you open an agency?" No.
Yeah. Okay. And finally, what's next for Vittorio Sodano? Are there any exciting upcoming projects you can tell us about without getting sued?
Look, look, I'm waiting for Mr. Gilbert offers me a film. There are many proposals, but we are in a bad period, huh? Especially
Yeah.
in Los Hollywood. But it's okay. There are independent films. They are fine. I just finished a couple of scripts, very interesting. But now they gotta find money funding.
The funding, yeah.
Look, I've been lucky. I've done the cinema when they were the producers, the ones
Yeah.
with the money. Now, who puts money in the films? I still didn't understand.
So you wrote couple of
Oh,
scripts?
no, no, they offered me scripts. No, no, I don't write.
Okay. Okay.
I'm gonna write only the book of my life.
Yeah. That's exciting. That's exciting. So how can our audience connect with you, Vittorio?
That's my email, the email of my lab, Instagram, TikTok. I'm a social, but I don't know how to use it very
Yeah.
well.
I'll list them all. I'll list them all. Okay, Vittorio, we're nearing the end of the show. That's all, folks. Thank you for watching. Vittorio Sodano, everyone. Thank you, Vittorio.
Thanks to you and to
Thank you.
I hope
Thank you.
so.
It's an honor to have you on the show.
The honor is all mine. Remember.